On April 15, 2025, Kelly Clarkson released her highly anticipated 10th studio album, titled Masterpiece. This release caused shockwaves to be sent through the music world. Clarkson's album, which was her first full-length release since Chemistry in 2023, was hailed with an outpouring of adulation from fans, who took to platforms such as to proclaim Clarkson a masterpiece in her own right. This major music drop, which was followed by a visually stunning lead single titled Unbreakable, marked a triumphant return for the first American Idol, thereby establishing her position as a vocal powerhouse and an emotional storyteller. One that has been awaited for a very long time. For a number of months, people had been getting more and more excited about Masterpiece. Since the latter half of 2024, Clarkson, who is now 42 years old, had been releasing cryptic hints about new music on her talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, as well as across multiple social media platforms. It was when she announced that the album will be released in March 2025 that the excitement reached a fever pitch. She promised that the album would be a collection of songs that would reflect her personal development as well as her artistic development. It was not a disappointment for the fans, who had been eagerly anticipating the release of new material. In comparison to her breakthrough album, Breakaway, which was released in 2004, Masterpiece featured 12 pieces that were characterized by raw emotion, flexibility that extended beyond genres, and Clarkson's characteristic vocal power. It was a path of perseverance and reinvention that Clarkson took to reach the masterpiece level. She was able to put her experiences into her music after she had successfully navigated a public divorce, relocated to New York City, and juggled her jobs as a mother, talk show host, and coach on The Voice. The statement was made by Clarkson in a press release. "This album is about finding strength to be found in vulnerability. This is me at my most genuine, and I sincerely hope that it strikes a chord with other people in the same way that it does with me." The sound that was heard all over the world. Masterpiece was a release that was celebrated all around the world. Clarkson honored her birthday on April 15 by giving a live performance on The Kelly Clarkson Show. During the show, she made her debut with the song Unbreakable, which is a soaring hymn about overcoming resistance. Clarkson was featured in a number of cinematic vignettes in the music video, which was directed by the renowned director Ava DuVernay. These vignettes included her standing alone on a windswept cliff, dancing in a vivid cityscape, and embracing her children in a field that was fully illuminated by the sun. The video was referred to as a visual masterpiece by fans with one user saying, "Kelly Clarkson just dropped Unbreakable, and it's giving Breakaway vibes but with a 2025 glow-up." The return of the Queen. The album was a musical tapestry that incorporated elements of pop, rock, soul, and country music into its composition. The vocal range of Kelly Clarkson was displayed in songs such as Shades of Brave, a piano-driven ballad. On the other hand, Wild Heart, a throbbing pop-rock smash, was referred to by fans as the summer anthem we didn't know we needed. With lyrics such as "I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly me/a canvas of scars," a masterpiece, the title single, Masterpiece, was a profoundly personal hymn to the concept of self-acceptance. The cohesiveness of the album was lauded by reviewers, with Rolling Stone describing it as Clarkson's most confident work yet, a testament to her enduring relevance. Frenzied fandom on. Almost immediately, there was an incredible amount of response. Kelly Masterpiece became a trending topic all over the world within a few hours of the album's release, with fans sharing memes, samples of lyrics, and emotional reactions all over the internet. Kelly Clarkson's voice in Masterpiece is like a warm hug and a battle cry at the same time, expressed one of the fans on their social media platform. Someone else wrote, "I'm listening to Unbreakable over and over again. The sound of Kelly's voice is giving me the chills, the absolute pinnacle of her work." One of the most viral moments occurred when a fan uploaded a video of their grandma, who has been a fan of Kelly Clarkson for her whole life, crying while listening to Shades of Brave. The description for the video said, "Kelly's music connects particularly with members of the female population." One user shared, "As a single mother, Masterpiece feels like Kelly wrote it for me." Other users emphasized how the words of Clarkson's song related to their personal experiences and how they were relevant to their own travels. "Unbreakable is the new mantra that I go by." The realism of the album was lauded by fans from a wide range of backgrounds, which demonstrated the music's ability to appeal to many people. One of the users remarked that Kelly Clarkson does more than simply sing. She also communicates our stories. The phrase masterpiece is a love letter to everybody who has ever been forced to recreate oneself. An instance of cultural significance. The album Masterpiece was more than just a music release, it was a phenomenon in the culture. Clarkson marked her 20th anniversary as a recording artist with a primetime NBC special titled Kelly Clarkson, 20 Years Unbreakable. The album's release coincided with the anniversary of her career as a recording artist. During the program, there were performances from Masterpiece, guest appearances by artists including as Pank and John Legend, and a touching tribute to Clarkson's journey from a girl from a small town in Texas to a global icon. The viewers on the show referred to the special as a victory lap for Kelly, and one of them even made the observation that she's not just the OG American Idol, she's the GOAT. In addition to music, the record had a significant impact. For the purpose of promoting Masterpiece, Clarkson collaborated with the charitable organization Women's Resilience Network, and she donated a portion of the earnings to benefit initiatives that are designed to help people who have survived domestic abuse. Through the incorporation of her advocacy for mental health and empowerment into the storyline of the album, she inspired her fans to share their own personal experiences of healing thereby establishing a community of support online. In a post, one of Kelly's fans stated, "Kelly's music has always been my therapy. Anyone who is feeling lost can find a lighthouse in the form of a masterpiece." Acclaim from the media and dominance on the charts. In the eyes of the critics, Masterpiece was a success. The album was referred to as a bold reclamation of her pop throne by Pitchfork, while Billboard praised Clarkson's vocal maturity and fearless storytelling. The album made its debut at the top of the Billboard 200 chart, becoming her fourth record to get to the top of the chart. Additionally, Unbreakable shot straight into the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The number of streams on services like as Spotify and Apple Music increased dramatically, with Masterpiece accumulating more than 50 million streams in its first week of release. The production of the album, which was overseen by Greg Kurstin, a long-standing collaborator, and Linda Perry, a newcomer, received accolades for its professional quality and innovativeness. All of the tracks, from the swells of the orchestra in Shades of Brave to the gritty guitars in Wild Heart, had the feeling of being precisely produced while still being emotionally intense. According to the reviewers, Clarkson's vocal performance was exceptional, and they praised her capacity to communicate both vulnerability and strength in her performance. According to what Variety wrote, her voice is a force of nature. The Masterpiece demonstrates that Clarkson is continuing to push the boundaries. A legacy that is stable. The album Masterpiece was more than just an album for Clarkson, it was a significant milestone in a career that was characterized by genuineness. From the time she won American Idol in 2002 until the time she won a Grammy for her career, she has remained a figure that is approachable and is cherished for her sense of humor, honesty, and heart. This legacy served as the foundation for Masterpiece, which provided listeners with a soundtrack for their own personal journeys of development and resiliency. During the NBC event that she hosted, Clarkson shared with her audience, "I made this album for me, but also for you," without showing any signs of stopping down. Fans started speculating about the possibility of a Masterpiece tour, and some of them created dream set lists that included new songs among classics like as "Because of You" and "Since You Been Gone." Other people shared fan art that was inspired by the video for Unbreakable, which depicted Clarkson as a fierce and courageous fighter. Kelly Clarkson did not just release an album, she presented the world with a movement, proclaimed one of her fans. Take a look ahead. Kelly Clarkson has once again demonstrated why she is a well-known name with the release of her album Masterpiece. The success of the record, in conjunction with her continuous work on The Voice and her talk show, places her in a position where she is acknowledged as a multidimensional artist who is at the pinnacle of her abilities. Fans have already expressed their want for further content, with posts on social media pleading for deluxe copies, live recordings, or even a documentary about the Masterpiece. No matter what happens in the future, one thing is certain. Clarkson's massive music drop has left an indelible impression, and the love that her fans have for her is genuinely indestructible, just like her music possesses.